in Alice Springs in 1997. I was employed by Menzies School of Health Research as a researcher, and I was invited to a community meeting. There was a meeting of all organizations working with Aboriginal communities in Alice Springs, and suicide was the trigger for the meeting. Young Aboriginal men were killing themselves for reasons nobody knew. There was obvious frustration and anger, and lots of explanations were put on the table. Intergenerational trauma resulting from the stolen generation experience. Young indigenous people were leaving the school system without learning to read and write. Drug and alcohol had become part of indigenous young people's lives. All these explanations were put on the table. Yet the question was, what exactly to do in order to turn things around? In the process, a man suggested that there was a program developed by a group of Aboriginal people in Adelaide called Family Wellbeing Program. That this Family Wellbeing Program really helps people to ask critical questions about their own situations. Questions such as, who am I? What are my basic needs? My basic physical needs like food, water, sleep. What are my emotional needs? What are my mental needs and my spiritual needs? To what extent are these needs being met? What can I do in order to ensure that my basic needs as a human being are met? The program encourages people to ask questions such as, what are my beliefs and attitudes? Beliefs and attitudes about a range of things. Are these beliefs and attitudes helping me to meet my basic needs as a human being, or are not? Do I need to change my beliefs and attitudes? Now, basically, the program helps people to engage with relationship issues, to engage with drug and alcohol issues, violence. The program empowers people to engage more effectively with employment, with parenting issues. In the process, a decision was made that Alice Springs organizations will find the resources to get this program into Alice Springs. At that point, I was invited as a researcher to evaluate this program. I really needed to develop a deeper understanding of the program, so I negotiated with the facilitators and the students of the program, and became a student myself. Within weeks of commencing the program, participants were coming back once a week, coming back and sharing their experiences in terms of the way they were using their skills, and they were learning from the program to deal with a whole range of things. And I remember distinctly one participant saying, within weeks after starting this program, I had to divorce my family. And by divorce, I don't mean my husband. I mean my extended family. I said to everybody, it doesn't matter whether you are my brother or you are my cousin. These are my ground rules. If you are drunk, you can't come to my house to demand food. If you are sober, you can come. But if you are drunk, this is not fair. It's not fair on me and my children. This is my ground rule. If you want to have a relationship with me, you have to respect my ground rules. It was hard. It's hard to keep saying no to family. It breaks my heart, but now they respect me. They respect my ground rules, and they respect me and my children. So listening to feedback like that convinced me that a program like this, well-being promotion program like this, was something to take seriously. And in fact, the rest its history. Since then, not only did we develop, started building some evidence base behind the program, but we built a whole research team which have evaluated the family well-being in a range of settings across Australia and beyond Australia. And so I guess in terms of the contribution of that research, it clearly brought home to organizations, policymakers, that concepts of empowerment and well-being are really critical factors to take seriously if we are to see improvements in Indigenous health and well-being. In fact, not only Indigenous people, but everybody. Concepts of empowerment and well-being are critical